So this is a bar. I'll offer a toast. To all of those condemned for your dreams. Those of you who have been told that your dreams, your passion doesn't matter or sell. That you're not good enough. To you, I say art is not meant for elite. It was never meant to be a tool for empire. It is meant for us, not target markets. Us, not pyramid schemes. The writer, the artist, the musician, the screenwriter, the poet, the human. It is all of us. Art is us. Toast. Wake up! Sexual violence, homophobia, Islamophobia, transphobia, racism, sexism, classism, ageism. I reject all of them. But their armies wait for me. They wait for us. Our deaths are not by bayonet or bullet or burning. No. They come at the ends of the needles of our own egocentrism, staring into our own reflections in the screens of our phones, staring into the abyss and seeing nothing. It is death at the hands of our run from reality into worlds we create and destroy. We live, settle for minimum wage in empty rooms while we imagine that we are superheroes, children who should be adults. Wake up! Sexual violence, homophobia, transphobia, racism, sexism, classism, ageism, ours to end. Wake up. This poem is called All He's Lost. I just passed a man, his eyes bloodshot with all that he's lost. He is a storm on South Broad, raging his way somewhere, a dark cloud among giggling girls and college students, gangbangers and bag ladies, swinging at smoke, striking shadows. I know why people snap. Felt it in my blood. For that alone, he deserves it all, if even just to burn it to the ground. So, how you doing?
Good.
Thanks all for coming out tonight. First of all, Stu, it was great hearing a whole set of your work. Thanks for sharing. Really loved it. I've heard bits and pieces, but I haven't heard a collection of it yet, so it was great. And I'm looking forward to hearing Brooke Palma too. I think I know, I've heard of her once or twice. Coming up next. Most of these poems are actually from a collection of poems I'm working on about colors. It's pretty much done. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to read a group of poems from this collection. I'm going to keep the comments between poems to a minimum. A couple of them are going to require a little explanation. But I'm going to start it off with this one called Privilege. You should write a poem about colors. You know, poets always write poems about colors. I looked at my friend. He stood there, basking in his own cleverness, waiting for my response. He's bright, and he's right. But how could I? It would be easy, but today I passed a girl begging for change. A lost look in her eyes as she knows that she is one step away from being a commodity. I see black beards and handcrafted beer, startups and lattes, white real estate agents with white men walking white dogs as they make deals, selling houses for whites only. I see black eyes stare as they try to make sense of a cruel world. But all I see are the shades of gray in all they say. I see it all. I see a yellow book read by someone with green eyes, next to someone staring busily at a screen through blue eyes, next to me observing them through brown eyes. Privilege and oppression I see. I shout when I should whisper, but I whisper when I should be silent. The lady at the counter orders a green tea as she smooths her purple dress, awaits her red raspberry breakfast. I could go on. Ochre loss, fuchsia anger, green need. Now, writing about colors is a dumb idea. Let's play I Spy. I spy a blue sky. I spy the eye in the sky, watching over my upturned eye. It's only Tuesday, but she looks like hell in the same clothes as the night before. Before I'm slouching on the subway. Everyone slouches on the subway. She gently touches the spot too low on her neck. No work today, I guess. The makeup is now caked onto her eyes. Masquerade, masquerade. Oh, the honor, shame, glory, guilt, I don't give a shit, rolled up and tucked into the hem of her BCBG clearance dress. Do her fingers now feel like their lips, soft and deliciously warm? Did she craft herself to taste like raspberries in bloom, or was it just too hot to care? For both of us, the day unfolds like a blossom, lingering right at the moment where our pasts and futures meet. In that way, our worlds are colored the same shade of raspberry blush. In that way, both of our worlds are beautiful. So this poem does require a little explanation. Recently I was at a reading actually over in Manioc. I was talking to Rick Mullen after the reading, and he informed me that there are scientists that are trying to prove that the colors black and blue do not exist in nature. And at the time, I was working on this poem. It's a poem that deals with sexual violence, in particular, sexual violence against men, and in particular, in that set, sexual violence against men in the LGBT community. And the next day, I walked outside, looked up at the sky, the blue sky, and was able to write the rest of this poem. It's called Lies My Elders Told Me, and it begins with a little blurb from the Distillers' song, City of Angels. We don't rest in peace, we just disappear. We hear lies, like black does not exist, blue doesn't either. Lies like it's unnatural and that it can't happen to you, you're a man. Well, what can't happen to men happens and happens and happens. And I'm sitting having lunch when it hits me like a punch. I forget who I am. I wait for the moment to pass, but I'm back there waiting for the moment to pass, waiting for them to finish. But tomorrow never comes until it's too late. And I'm sitting having lunch, and I see on the news that they've discovered that black doesn't exist, Blue doesn't either. They're unnatural. If true, then the shame, the reality, like the marks on my skin, the marks on my mind, would not exist either. But I, frail, I alive, I barely seeing, I barely able to switch off. I know peace, I know peace, I know rest. I just fade into my own Nile, my own indifference. This poem's called Invitation. There's two linked poems, Invitation and then Resolution. Once you know what to look for, you see them everywhere, strangely removed. There must have been something, a gesture, a touch, a word, a promise of things to come, a change in trajectory. Dinner resumes, the walk continues, band plays on. Later, one will walk into the bedroom, looking back once, welcoming the other into the warm glow. Dinner resumes, walk continues, band plays on. It's quiet now. Dark, too. It wasn't complicated, but it'll do. I used to think that pink was the color of passion and red the color of love. But I now know that passion is the color of the insides of our eyelids as we writhe and gasp in the dark, and love is any color that you want it to be. This poem, it's a poem I wrote a little while ago. It was written for Adrienne Rich, and it was inspired by her poem Into the Wreck. One small step. The little ones mean the most. The smallest of things lead to the biggest of changes. No turning back. I want to turn back, expectant, high above the water below. Have you taken the time that you have? When was the last time that you listened, not to music or sound, but to the primal rhythm deep in our world? It's there to hear, listen, feel, floating on nothing. Listen, feel, treble and bass. Listen, feel. Nothing to see, nothing to hear, nothing to feel. Enveloped in blue, cool blue. Nothing but pure being. 1 minute from death, feet from life. I'm not supposed to be here. Things are here that should have stayed hidden. Skin is a thin shield from life I will never understand. To know it is to die. Don't know, just feel. The skin weakens. Was it ever there? There are no boundaries. Only gradually do you become no more. So slowly that you don't feel yourself falling away until you have become something else, part of everything and nothing, conscious from unconscious. We are us. We are free. We are. This is the last poem I'm going to read from this collection on colors, and I have a couple more short ones. This is called Shades. I don't know if ghosts are real. I don't know if the painting that fell off my wall was touched by ethereal hands. I'll never know. I was never meant to know. But monsters now, monsters are real. Their gnarled faces hidden behind the hoods, the mask behind the shades around us. Caught in the rainbow, caught in the prison. We are all shades. I am a shade. Moving from place to place, situation to situation, I am impotent. I am a pile of old rags. But there is hope. Shades can be filled, monsters can be driven away. All that is needed is light. So, Stu and I share love for music. He's actually a much better musician than I ever dreamed to be. But back in December, Stu and I started a little running bet about band T-shirts, and I think he thinks that I've forgotten.
Oh, wow. I did. I forgot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
So I wore this just for you. There you go.
Nice.
So,
What does it say?
Rancid. You're up still.
August.
Oh.
It's August reading the Westchester. It's on. Yeah.
So this poem, this is a sad poem, I'm sorry. It's called The Last Beer.
That is sad.
That's telling me. Made all the more better because it's the last one. Like the last sweet kiss that sends a soldier to war. When gone, the house will be empty. The spirits departed. Now, this is my last poem for the night, and it's a poem about dealing with the things that life hands you. You know, life can send us some pretty tough stuff, but everything that befalls us in some way, you know, we learn from it, and in conquering those things and moving past them, a lot of times we learn something about ourselves. And that's what this poem is about. It's called 1 Minute. Every minute of your life has led you to this one. The trials became lessons, suffering understanding, losses closure, all preparing you to survive this minute. In this minute, nothing else matters, past or future. Do not distract yourself. Embrace it. Experience it. Immerse yourself in it. Lock it away so that it is always with you. What it felt like to get up and walk away, knowing what it feels like to conquer this minute. Thank you.